Hello folks and welcome to the video. Today we are discussing Bucked Up Black Ant pre-workout. When looking at the label of this product, I see a lot of good ingredients which I want to see in my pre-workout. Those ingredients are properly dosed. Every ingredient in this label seems to be in the clinical dose. Then the product is made in the United States, which I also do like. It is made in a GMP facility, which is perfect for me. So far, so good. When do the problems arise? When I look at the price of this product. So let's start with looking at the label and the ingredients, and then we will go on to discuss the price point of this product and the reason for that price. So first of all, the label is fully disclosed. Every ingredient is listed with its exact amount, which I love to see in a pre-workout supplement. And as well as on their website, you can get this small summary for the responsibility of each ingredient, which is as well something that I like to see. So let's go quickly through the ingredient list and then we will head on to the value for money. First of all, in the container, you are getting 20 servings. Now, the label mentions two options of taking 1 scoop and taking 2 scoops. Now the formula contains creatine monohydrate. So at 1 scoop, you're only getting roughly 2.5 grams of creatine. So what I'm going to do in this video is refer only to taking the full serving. So then you get 20 servings of this product, Bucked Up Black Ant pre-workout. So the serving gives you L-citrulline at 6 grams, perfect for muscle pumps, perfect for blood flow, getting more oxygen and nutrients into the muscles, very good for endurance. Then creatine monohydrate plus creosol S-sat at 5,500 milligrams. So you are getting 5 grams of creatine monohydrate roughly with this creosol S-sat, which again is clinically dosed. You are getting a full dose of creatine monohydrate at roughly 5 grams. This is perfectly fine. Science says today that you need to take between 3 grams and 5 grams of creatine monohydrate every single day to enjoy the benefits of creatine. So in this case, I assume it is safe to say that we are getting at least 3 grams of creatine. So far, so good. Now, beta-alanine at 4 grams. Again, clinically dosed. Beta-alanine has proven to be beneficial at around 3.2 grams up to 6.4 grams. So here we are getting 4 grams of beta-alanine, perfectly fine. Then we've got betaine anhydrous at 2.5 grams, again, clinically dosed, perfect ingredient for power output, for focus, very good for that. Then we've got RIP factor, roughly 1 gram of RIP factor. Their website mentions this is shown to support gains in strength and endurance, as well as may accelerate muscle mass gains. Now, this specific ingredient, RIP factor at 1 gram, this is not really scientifically backed. So mind you, when reading the label and reading this description for the ingredient, as far as may accelerate muscle mass gains, I would take that claim with a pinch of salt. Okay, so next on the list, we have black ant extract at 500 milligrams. So this is supposed to be rich in nutrients that support ATP energy production. Again, First of all, black ant extract, guys, this is actually taking black ant, crushing the ants, extracting their juices or whatever, and then putting that into the pre-workout. For me, there are so many products on the market, so many options, so many brands that are making more or less the same products. Why would I want to consume a product that contains an extract of black ants? And again, these claims are not scientifically backed. So again, take these guys with a pinch of salt. To me, this ingredient specifically, the black ant extract, does seem like somewhat of a snake oil. That's my own personal opinion. Sorry, the guys over at Bucked Up. So next one is caffeine anhydrous at 300 milligrams. A good amount of caffeine is going to give you the endurance, the focus, the energy. Very good for that. Then is alpha GPC at 400 milligrams, supports focus and mind-muscle connection. Okay. Then you've got huperzine A, cognitive support for focus and intensity. Again, guys, these two ingredients are not that scientifically backed. So again, take these claims with a pinch of salt, because other ingredients such as citrulline and creatine and beta-alanine and betaine, they're actually are scientifically backed at a certain dose. So the dose over here is fine for those ingredients, the L-citrulline, the creatine, the beta-alanine, the betaine. This is perfectly fine. However, alpha GPC and huperzine A, these ingredients are less studied. So the proof is not really there, is not really strong. So again, take these ingredients with a pinch of salt. Then we've got fulvic acid complex at 200 micrograms. Supports nutrient absorption and recovery. Okay, an absorption aid. And then we've got Himalayan rock salt, 500 milligrams. This is for electrolytes and hydration of the muscles. So, to summarize this label, again, the ingredients which I do want to see in their clinical dose are there, and the amount is perfect as well. As far as the L-citrulline goes, and creatine monohydrate, and beta-alanine, and betaine anhydrous, and the caffeine, these guys are perfectly fine. Now, the trouble for me begins with the black ant extract. So again, like I said before, this ingredient smells to me kind of like a snake oil. Supposed to do all these wonderful things for the body, but the science is not really strong behind those claims, and actual proof is not found anywhere. So besides making the product very expensive, which it is, the black ant extract is for me kind of gross when I imagine that. Again, it is an extract of actual black ants. Again, guys, there are so many other options in the market, cheaper options, more high quality, more studied products. Why messing around with something like a black ant extract and then paying all this money for that? To me, I just don't find the reason in that. So to summarize this label, everything for me so far seems perfectly fine. The ingredients are mostly clinically dosed. The product is made in a GMP certified facility. It is made in the United States of America. Everything is perfectly fine. The ingredient list and the amounts are fully disclosed. So this is so far so good. Now comes the value for money. Guys, the value for money. What are we going to pay for all of these amazing ingredients? So this product goes for $70 for 20 servings. This makes each serving be around $3.50. Guys, this is a very high price for a pre-workout supplement. Again, you can pay less money and get a similar product, if not even a better product. Sometimes what we have to do with these products, because the market is oversaturated with these brands and these products which are more or less the same. We have to do our research in order to get the best product that suits us as far as our wallet goes and as far as the quality of the product. What do I mean by that? Paying $3.50 for each serving with this product makes this one of the most expensive pre-workouts products that I've seen so far, and I have studied these products for quite a while now. Again, so paying $70 for 20 servings, if you don't mind spending that money, this is perfectly fine. The formula is still okay. And as far as the GMP certification and all of that, seems legit, but again, too expensive in my personal opinion. I can probably find you a couple of other products which have more or less the same ingredients in the same dose, maybe even with higher quality, if that brand is going to be a bigger brand with more certifications and more stamps and approvals. So again, we can find, if we do the research, if we go ahead and do the research and search for these products and look at the labels and look at the ingredients and the amounts, we can find similar products with the same ingredients, even with the higher quality and higher standards and more even reputation, because sorry to say, but Bucked Up is a relatively new company and this is a family-owned company. Again, no hate towards the guys over at Bucked Up. I do believe that they do a good job as far as the entire formula and the ingredient list. But again, charging people $70 for this formula seems to me kind of overpriced. So again, I'm going to go to this point again. Guys, if we do our research, if we go and look at the labels and look at the ingredients, we can find similar products which are going to give us similar results, if not even the exact same results, and pay less money and get a higher quality product. If our goal is to be fit, burn fat, lose the body weight, we can do some research. We can go ahead and search for these products more thoroughly and find, again, similar products with lower price points and with more or less the same exact label and ingredient lists. So guys, I'm going to summarize this review. For me, this product gets a 5 out of 10. I do think the ingredient list and the label and the amounts are good overall. I don't like the black ant extract. Again, for me personally, this is kind of gross to imagine that I've got extract of ants in my pre-workout. Again, if you want to enjoy and experience that ingredient, go ahead and do that, perfectly fine. I'm not going to. And another thing is the price, obviously. Again, like I said, I can go ahead over to Muscle and Strength and Google and whatever and bodybuilding.com and find exactly the same ingredients and the same formula with another brand for less money and probably even a higher quality and get the same ingredients from a more reputable brand. So guys, this is my rant for today. I hope that you learned something from this video. If you've got any questions, if you got some requests, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you guys in the next one.